Welcome to the Blueprint in Practice, the video series where I show exactly how I implement the blueprint in real life. And the blueprint is probably the simplest approach to getting jacked strong and fit on the internet. It's how I build my physique, a good amount of strength, and elite level cardiovascular fitness, training under 1 hour a week with only 3 exercises and having cooked down the nutritional side to 3 simple rules to follow as well. The blueprint is in the description and it's free to read through if you're interested. Alright, so the blueprint in practice, episode 15. So I'm able to do 5 reps on my first set of the chin-ups this month as well. Although I've added reps to the back off sets, and I weigh up around 93.4 kilos. I weighed in at this morning. So as you notice, I've actually lost 100 grams of weight, but that's not the case. Like, your weight fluctuates day to day, week to week. So even if you have the exact same environment, the exact same time of day, same time a week, your weight might still fluctuate by around 1 kilo, I believe. So in other words, I might as well have weighed in at around 94 kilos today. What matters when you look at your weight, if you're bulking, is that you just want your weight to, on average, increase over time. And if you want to be more precise than weighing yourself once a week, you can weigh yourself every day and you can see whether it's on average, moving up over time. But you can also look at that over a week. So in other words, look back a month, and around a month ago today, I was around 1.5 kilos lighter. And yes, that is some of that is fluctuations in body water, etc., because again, it depends on the day, but it looks like it's going up week to week anyway. When it comes to the reps, I have added reps to my back off sets, and that's what you're going to find yourself. So as you don't train as hard as possible all the time anymore when following the blueprint, because that's what got me injured, which is, by the way, mostly gone now, this injury. But as you don't do that anymore, and you train until the speed at which you do the exercise slows down dramatically, which is 1 or 2 reps shy of failure, you'll find that increasing over time as you get stronger. But I only want to go for that 6th rep in this case when doing the 5th rep is too easy. So in other words, when the 6th rep becomes the point at which the speed you do the exercise slows down dramatically. But until that point, until you're able to do that, you add weight to your back off set. So you add reps to your set 2, set 3, set 4. I've added around 1 or 2 reps in total, I believe, since last week. So that's pretty good. But again, you just want to make sure you get stronger over time. And even then, like, as my body weight increases, I also progressively overload that way, as I've explained many times by now. So since last month, if I didn't even add any reps whatsoever, I'm still lifting 1 kilo more on all the exercises. So that is progressive overload. That's actually quite a bit of progressive overload. Over a year, that amounts to 12 kilos extra, even if nothing changes when it comes to reps, or you don't add any weight to the weight list whatsoever. That's solid progressive overload, although you will typically find yourself being able to getting stronger even faster than this. So you will typically find yourself adding reps, even though your body is increasing, which at some point will amount to you adding weight to the weight list. But then you can also look forward to your cut, at which point you'll drop body weight, where you'll then add a bunch of reps or weight to the weight vest, because the absolute load you're lifting will drop because you get lighter, you see. So that's sort of the training updates. I think nutrition, same as usual. The same comes to sleep. I've just been sleeping like a baby. So I think the rest of this video is going to revolve around the fact that I'm sort of thinking about creating a bit of a community. So I'm thinking about this new update to the blueprint that I'm working on. I'm probably going to put it behind a paywall. So like a monthly subscription thing where you're going to get access to the blueprint, the new update of the blueprint anyway, which is gonna change some fundamental things, as you've probably noticed in these last videos here, as well as I'm gonna create it in school, so like I don't know, a place where you can ask me questions and stuff, more so than on this YouTube thing, where we can go more in depth regarding that. And then like Q&As, monthly Q&As and stuff. I'm still working on what exactly it's going to incorporate, but I think it's going to cost like $25 a month. And then I'm probably going to make an annual version where it's around $15 a month perhaps. So it's not going to be super expensive or anything. And it's going to be designed for people who want to take, the approach more seriously and who really want to see results. So it's like a more intimate version. And also the fact that the blueprint is free, just sort of, I don't think people appreciate it as much as they should. Like it's actually quite a good product. I think so myself. Like it's all my knowledge around the topic synthesized, and I've tried to make it as simple as possible, which I think I've been quite successful at, especially this new update, which is in a lot of ways far better than the current version of the blueprint. So I think it's only really fair to charge a bit of money for it, so that people actually appreciate the value of it. You see, so I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward. And even if I didn't charge for it, I couldn't find a way to sort of monetize this YouTube thing anyway, just for personal, egotistical greed, I suppose. If you want to live off of it, you can call that greed or call it whatever you want. You want to make a living. I couldn't find that because I don't want to do a coaching service thing because it's not scalable. And yeah, that's the primary reason. So in other words, if I don't want to do that, then it's sort of difficult to monetize it, especially when you've made the obvious product, which is the blueprint, free. So I think I'm going to remove that. And the prior versions are going to remain free, so you can go and look at those if you want to. But again, if you want the newest thing, the best thing, then it's probably going to be put behind a paywall. So that's what's going to be changing moving forward. That's what's been popping off this week in training. If you have any questions, let me know. And I think I'm also going to put these videos behind that paywall, actually, the blueprint in practice. And then this YouTube thing is only going to be those shorter topical videos, which are probably going to be more frequent then. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this blueprint or in this video or anything I've talked about ever, then you can let me know. I enjoy answering questions down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching.